you've only been here a couple seasons, but have you let it sink in yet that it's been 14 years since this program's been here, and now you're back?
No, I mean, Coach Mazey and I exchanged texts. He's the head coach at West Virginia, and he recruited Luke Hochaver here, and he thought it was inaccurate. He said, that's not true, is it? Because they said something to that effect on the show. So that's when it kind of hit me that, it had been a pretty good period of time, and like I said, he's an old man now. I hope he listens to this. Been a while since he's been here, and he recruited some of those guys, so it kind of put it into perspective. But it's a little too much to take in at once for now. I think it's a big enough deal for these kids and for the program and the university. This is something that won't sink in until this run, whenever it is done, and then it'll settle in, and it'll mean even more, and no one will be able to take it away from us. But for now, the old coaching thing, we got to get ready to play baseball.
Tony, I know you've been on a team that's had their name called in this tournament, but for you as a head coach, how different maybe did this time feel for you?
A little different. I didn't, like many times standing in that corner, I didn't know what to do. We kind of let the guys watch at their own leisure, and I stayed and just worked on the computer at home and watched and kind of, waited for the name to get called. You don't want to throw bad karma out there, but once it was, there's a few different things that needed to be done right away, and then contact some people when you see your matchups and things like that. So just kind of had to sit tight, and head coaching is a lot of fun, but also you don't get to have as much fun. You kind of got to get down to business a little bit more than I was able to do as a wily assistant.
A couple more guys.
Heading into this weekend, I guess what's your feeling about Garrett Crochet, and what do you guys feel like you can get from him if he
I think he can throw. He threw a bullpen the other day, just to be frank, and he's not in the condition that you'd like him to be in because he wasn't able to keep a natural sleep schedule and diet schedule. So he's got to make sure he's doing the right things to get his body back to where it was. As far as the injury, it's going to be there. It's not going away, but he's going to be able to pitch if we want him to. And of course, he's got to be the first one that wants to. And I've mentioned before, he didn't even want to leave that game the other day when it happened. So I assume he's going to say, give me the ball, and then it'll be up to us if we feel it's in his best interest and the team's. And then once that's done, then you get down to when's the best time to bring him in, if that's the case.
There's such a core group of guys that were here and played a lot as freshmen 2 years ago and then went through the transition. There was such a great buy-in. What's it like to see this group of upperclassmen get to finish this season, as well as some of them, their careers in the NCAA tournament?
That's another one that I don't have enough time and I don't have the best words, because that's a life-impacting deal. And, experienced it with some guys at Missouri. We just were bad. And then, some of my best friends as seniors got to do that thing, and we went down to Starkville and played in a regional, and it's still talked about by those guys nonstop. And it's a life-impactful thing, and again, it's not going to go away for now. It's almost too soon and too much at once to really put it all into perspective. But just to see the joy of getting to see them in the SEC tournament, and again, their eyes were a little too wide at, oh my gosh, was great, and that'll be that times 3 or 4, being fortunate enough to go over to North Carolina.
And how do you manage this week?
This week, we don't have to get on a flight, so we can leave when we feel necessary. The practice time Thursday for us is at 11:30, so it might be better to get over there and make arrangements and get settled in so we can, get up and practice efficiently on Thursday morning. So prior to then, it'll be the normal 2 lifts for our guys this week. And we've done some live pitching versus hitting because it's been a while since we played, but we'll kind of just pick it up like we did during the season and kind of have our normal day's routine, without a Tuesday game.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you all.
Thank you, man. Good luck.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you. Appreciate you.